All right, once again, we're back with another end of day PulseWave report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports. All right, we got a lot of charts to get into, so let's run this down as we prepare for tomorrow, Take Back Friday. And it looks a little something like this. All right, so the first chart is ADA Cardano. We're starting off with the cryptos. And you can see here on this weekly chart, this is what's happening. So last week, the market ended with a primary rally alert on the weekly chart. And as you can see so far this week, the market has been given that upside production, given those upside gains. And so far, the market has pulled back enough to give us right now the market's setting up to give us an oversold condition rally alert going into next week. Now, the week is not over with yet. We still have Friday's trading. For those that are new to this channel, Friday for the crypto market starts Thursday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time and runs until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard New York time on Sunday. Okay. That is a Friday for the crypto market. I didn't make it up. I didn't design it that way. That's just the way those markets work. That's how they're set up. So we have until Sunday evening. We'll see where this bar, ends, and that will determine, all things being equal. We right now, as I'm doing this video, we're setting up for a possible rally alert going into next week. Now, the issue is you're right here at the bottom of the Kumo cloud on the algo chart. That's the only issue right now. Is there going to be enough bulls to come in here and bid this up so it can break through the Kumo cloud and get the market back on a good solid footing? Can you get above the overhead trend line resistance? ADA Cardano would need to have that to make that happen. All right. So now the last major rally alert that we got was back here on the week of July the 30th of 2021, and we had that really nice upsurge. Right, you hit new highs, and then unfortunately, the following week the market gave it all back, giving us a primary sell signal saying that the top is in, and the rest is history. But now the market's trying to put in a bottom, and hopefully it can get some legs here. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But as of right now, on the weekly chart, you are showing bullishness. The market's trying to rally off of this low point. So we'll see if we can get enough momentum behind it and build something strong. The next weekly chart is that of DOT. I covered DOT earlier today in our live broadcast, and I'll do it again here now. As you can see, DOT came into the week also with a primary rally alert, and you got that upside production, those upside gains, and then the market has been accelerating to the downside, near the low of the week. If this continues, then it will put into jeopardy possibly if the market can go higher here. This Kumo cloud is not so wide. It's about $5. And so it's going to give a lot of overhead resistance, especially the top of the Kumo cloud, because it's very close to the overhead trend line resistance. But prices like to revert back to the mean. The trend line resistance is always that mean. So as we are right now, I think the market is going to try to come down here and test it. And I think that's what's happening right now. I think we're going to try to get back up to that trend line. So very interesting here. We're looking at a possible $5 run here coming up shortly in the in DOT. So we'll see what happens. All right, move it over to the next chart. Ethereum. All right, so here's the weekly chart for Ethereum. Likewise, Ethereum came into the week with a primary rally alert off the bear market low. The market did pop up given that upside production, and I think we still have a little bit more room to go. I think it's possible that Ethereum could hit go get back up to 3,500 before it's all said and done. A lot of overhead resistance, we know, but I think the market's trying to get back at least to a 50% retracement from this strong bearish downtrend channel. And I think that's where you are right now. So for now, bulls have it as the nice bear market rally is developing, but we'll see if anything else can come from it. Or we have a situation like this when the market just reversed. It is possible. So you got to watch for what's going on and see what the market can do. But if you're long this, definitely pop your way through it and don't turn gains into losses. All right, looking at Litecoin here. Litecoin also came into this week with a rally alert, primary rally alert. We got the upside gains, upside production, just shy of the overhead trend line resistance, which is around the $150 mark. The interesting thing is that we put in a new bear market low here on this bar the week of January the 28th of 2022, and then the market went ahead and reversed, which is very interesting. You put in a new low, and then the market is ready to go. So very interesting, set of events here on this one. So we're not too far away from the 150. So once it gets back to 150, that should be the initial resistance. And you want to pop your way through it. All right, let's see here. Next up, we got Theta. Okay, so here's your Theta. All right, so on this weekly chart, as you can see, Theta did something interesting too. 2 weeks ago, it hit a new bear market low, and then it's been trying to retreat ever since. So far, though, this market is trying to develop a primary rally alert going into next week. So Theta is on the cusp of trying to break out for us. Now, we've had some mishaps, several actually, if you look at these weekly bars here, where it's just been under so much selling pressure for so long. It's really hard for it to do anything. All right. But you can see here on the daily chart a lot more clearly. You put in a new bear market low, and then the bulls come in and say, thank you very much. And they lift the market higher. Now we got right here, we just tested that overhead trend line resistance. And so far, we're putting in a rally alert going into next week. That means that prices are going to try to get over this overhead trend line resistance and get back up to the bottom of the Kumo cloud, which would be really interesting to see. So we'll see what happens. But for right now, this is what it's looking like, ladies and gentlemen. All right, next chart is Xrp Ripple on the weekly chart. So far, Xrp Ripple is trying to also build momentum going into next week with a oversold condition that we've had here earlier, where you can see the market rallied, and then you see this low point here. So the market is trying to overcome this oversold condition from this low bar here. So we had the rally alert coming into this week. Nice lift off, nice upside production. And I think the market wants to continue. So all things being equal, unless something major happens tomorrow, I think this XRP Ripple stands a good chance of getting something off the ground here. The weekly chart is looking rather interesting. All right, next up, we have the US dollar. All right. So the weekly chart of the US dollar looks like this. As you can see, we had a rally alert buy signal back on the week of January the 8th of 2021. The market gave that initial upside production, pulled back enough to get more bulls long, took off again, stopped, picked up some more passengers, rallied some more, pulled back, picked up some more passengers, exploded higher, and then pulled all the way back, and now just drifting sideways. So no new signal so far going into next week, but as you can see here clearly, the bulls have control of this market. The US dollar continues to trend higher. So this is an interesting chart as well. No new signal, but if you're looking to get long, you have had several buy signals, several opportunities to get long, and you got to take advantage of your signals. That's why if you're patient, you do catch these. So very, very interesting. All right, next up is food. Let's take a look at soybeans. Weekly chart of soybeans. Look at this one. Since the initial primary rally alert the week of November the 12th of 2021, the market has given you nothing but upside production. Gave you a second chance to get in. If you missed this initial thrust, you could have been in all of this. Market gave you very nice upside production, and I think the market's ready to roll. And you go back even further, you see every week for a couple of months straight, you kept putting in new highs practically every week. New highs. So very interesting chart here. Soybeans is getting real powerful all of a sudden here. Real powerful. So no new signal except for the bulls are in control of this market. And if you missed your chance to get in, you wait for the next signal, and you'll be well rewarded. I don't like entering the markets outside of the buy and sell signals, because the buy and sell signals are designed with key market directives in mind. And the price ladders where large institutions like to hunt stops is where my signals come from. Okay, so when you take into consideration put call ratios, things like that, these signals you see are showing you where those orders are. So mine is a reverse pattern recognition, meaning that instead of you being concerned about the institutions running your stops, I run the stops of the institutions. Okay. So that's what we do here. So you just have to wait and be patient. You could always, say, I'll throw caution to the wind and just go ahead and just jump on in there and whatever. You can do that. The only problem you have though is you don't know when the train's going to stop. Like for instance, what if you got long on this bar right here? All right, so you had 1 week of a little bit of upside gain, then you had this blow off top here, right? And then look, pain. You got in too late. That's why it's better to get in on the buy and sell signals. Okay. That is the best. All right. Next up, we have the Dow. Now, the Dow has been just crazy, right? Take a look at this chart. This is a weekly chart of your Dow. So the market came in, and you can see it's just been straight up. Look at these new highs the Dow has been putting in constantly, right? Just constantly. Weeks, back-to-back weeks of new highs, right? And then all of a sudden, with no warning and no clear signal, the market changes, turns bearish, gets bearish on you. What do you do with that, right? Market just turned bearish out of nowhere. All right, right here on this is your first bar right here. And then it was just way down. It just collapsed on you. Then it's been trying to rally back. But you are in a full-blown corrective state. And right now, the bears have control of this market. It is bearish. Even with no key signals here, the market is bearish. All right. And that is not changing on these weekly charts. Just over to the daily chart, and you can see a little bit different. So the market came straight down. Then you had this one. So you had the initial thrust. The secondary thrust was just absurd. This is the daily of the Dow. And then you see here you put in this massive bearish pointer, and then you had these wide trading ranges, mad bearish pointers in a row, for like a week straight. Then the market explodes, then comes down, then rallies again, and then boom, today you had this. So the Dow has just been berserk, kind of reminiscent of Bitcoin. And that's what you're seeing here on this Dow. It's not giving real clear direction at all. But today's price action did give you a secondary sell signal going into the weekend. So this rally off of this bear market low, I think, is about to be crushed. I think the bears are just letting this market come up and get a little bit pricier so they could come in here and sell it. And I think that's where you are right now. I think the market's hanging right here. The Dow's hanging over the cliff, and I think it's about to roll over the cliff. So interesting market here in the Dow. Just crushed it. Just craziness with the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Craziness with the charts. All right, here is the euro. All right, it's the euro currency. For our forex people out there, you can see here where you just been this downtrend channel just won't quit, and the market's setting itself up for another leg down going into next week. The bears are in clear control of the market. Even if they let it get back up a little bit closer to the overhead trend line resistance, it's going to get beat right back down again. So you can see that coming. It's not going anywhere. If you take a look at gold has been moving crazy sideways for some time, and now it's trying to determine what it wants to do. But as you can see here, the bears are in control. Even though it's moving sideways, it has a bearish bias to it. All right, so still not anything going on with the gold. It's doing its best to stay above 1800, but it has a problem with 1800. It's just how it is. All right, taking a look at gold miners. Here's your GDXJ, as you can see here. This one has been in a downtrend for a minute as well. Little green shoots of bullishness when you have these rallies off these low points, right? But overall, the market maintains a longer-term bearish outlook. Right now, it's trying to get something going, as you can see. You put in a new low here, and now the market's trying to get closer back up to the overhead trend line resistance around the $43 handle. You came into this week with the rally alert buy signal, and now the market's just hanging out here trying to decide what it wants to be when it grows up. All right, next up is our Illuminati Index, looking at ticker HACK. You can see this one came into the week with a rally alert buy signal, got that upside production. It's getting close to getting over to the upside trend line resistance around that 58 handle. And I don't know if they'll have enough momentum to get there. And I think right now it's a target for the bears to come in and do one of these again. So definitely, if you're long this one, you got to, pop your way through it and be prepared if the bears come in to reverse your position. Now, if you're a long only person when it comes to equities, you're only looking what to buy and you're not a short seller of equities, that's fine too. If you got long here, that's fine too. Ride it as long as you can until the trend changes. You may get a good run like you did back here when you had this nice upside production, and then you're able to get out with some profit, stand aside the market, and then get back in again. That's what this is designed to do. All right, moving right along, we got the NASDAQ 100. Tech sector has been the wreck sector. So tech has been getting wrecked, as you can see. Market topped out. You got these back-to-back sell signals. Finally gave you that downside production. Now the market's struggling to rally. It's just hanging out right here at the trend line right now. Just hanging out at the trend line, doesn't know what it wants to do. You got oversold here, but not enough energy to do anything about it. That's a little concerning. Now you came in 2 weeks ago, you came in with a rally alert buy signal, right? You got that initial upside production. The NASDAQ just took off. Then you got weakness as it ended the week. Then this week, the market tried to come out and test those prior week highs, and instead we got a narrow range inside week bar. Nothing happening. So you remember now, you are under a corrective status right now. All right. So the bulls are trying to get something going, trying to put a bottom in and rally off the trend line, but the overhead resistance is proving to be tough. It's tough on the bulls right now. Life is tough on these bulls right now in the tech sector. The tech sector is the wrecked sector. So can it do something? Look at this. Every week you are hitting new highs in this NASDAQ. Just a powerful uptrend. Now it's starting to correct after a long run. Look how long the run lasted before you got a correction. Look at that. Just unbelievable. Kept giving you buy signals and the market kept breaking out after every buy signal. Now here you are. It's trying to, bring that beat back and start again. All right. Let's see here. Oil. Energy costs have been going sky high. So far, though, all things being equal, what do I see here? Depending on how the market closes tomorrow, we may be looking at a primary crash alert going into next week. Our trend line support down all the way down here is at $70. So a fall from grace, a fall from 90 to 70. That's a $20 possibility downside run of production that we're looking for. Now, the front month future should be rolling over here shortly. When I did the trade early this week, it had like 10 days left to trade, so it's going to be rolling over. It's hard to determine where the open interest is going to be. With crude oil, it has a lot of months that it trades, so it doesn't necessarily jump and skip like some of the other ones may do. So I don't know if the next month it's going to be the one with the most open interest or the month after that. I'll wait and see what it looks like. I'll look at it tomorrow, and then I'll make my determination for Sunday. If not, I may have to wait a few more days, which I don't like to do because then I'm missing out. But what are you going to do when the contract's expiring and the interest is drying up? You don't have a choice but to wait and to they officially roll it over. They like to do it, like what is it, the third month or the third week of the last month or however it goes. I can't remember, but anyway, they're about to roll over, and tomorrow's Friday, so I think they're going to roll the new contract for the crude oil futures tomorrow. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. If not, I may step aside and just get into OIH. All right, get into that ETF and just short that. So I'll probably end up doing that. All right, next up is, let's see, silver. All right, so here's your silver. So silver is consolidated with the bullish bias for now, but it's happening below the trend line, below the Kumo cloud. So basically, you're just looking at a bear market rally off of a low point. All right. So we got a secondary signal ending last week, and we got that initial upsurge, nice upside production for this week, close to hitting that overhead trend line resistance. I think the market's going to try to make its way back up to around the $24 handle before facing a major challenge. So we'll see. It's still in a longer term sideways type of a pattern with a overall bearish bias. But right now, the bulls have wrestled back control of the market, and they're trying to get something going. So very interesting to see if silver is able to pull out of it. All right, and of course bonds. Can't forget Barry Bonds. Look at Barry Bonds falling off the cliff, accelerating to the downside on the weekly chart. That's all she wrote for the bonds right now. The bears are clearly in control of this market, accelerating downside momentum. There's nothing you can do but stay short at this point. There's not a thing you can do. Uh, Rates don't have any place to go but up. You cannot artificially keep these rates at zero looking like this. You look at the chart. You tell me. Primary crash alert was the week of December the 10th, 2021, and we have been nothing but straight down. Down leg after down leg. The trend channel is intact. All right. It is what it is. Okay, that's interesting that you mentioned J and K. Very interesting that you mentioned that. I'll pull that up and let's see which one looks worse. All right. Let's see. Does your J and K look worse? Let's pull it up. All right, waiting for the data. Okay, here we go. Ouch. Oh boy. J and oh my goodness. You you are right. You are right. You're right, William. Oh my goodness. Yo, okay. Jay, all right. You just lit a fire into me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just get short on this one tomorrow. Look at this, man. This thing, look at this bearish pointer way back here. Look, this thing has this is I didn't even see this one. All right, so the week of March the 27th of 2020, you came in with this massive bearish pointer, and it's never been reconciled. We're going on 2 years, and J and K has not reconciled. That's crazy. And now it's about to fall off the cliff. Wow. This thing goes all the way down to $83.18. And we closed today at 103.57. That's a $20 downside run. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can short that ETF tomorrow, or at least get some puts going or something. Hold on, let me switch over to the daily real quick. I don't want to play myself. Ouch. 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 Look at that. Look at that J and K on the day. Look at this. Primary crash alert came on September the 16th of 2021, and it's just been blessing you to the downside. Look, you got another crash alert. Boom. Crash alert. Boom. Crash alert. Boom. Crash alert. Boom. Crash alert. Bam. Look at that. This has been a gift horse. How could I have missed this one? I wasn't even looking at this one. See, that's the thing. You know, that's the problem with PulseWave trading. We cover so many securities. The system is killing it on so many securities. It's impossible to get in on everything. You ain't got but so much money to spread around. But if you can, and you see these opportunities like this is a perfect example when the market is trending and how the system gives you ample opportunities to get in this market. It knows when the market's about to accelerate. And that's how I designed the system. And yes, I've updated the charts. Thank you. So that they can be easier for you guys to see as I'm doing these videos. Now, here is the surprise. It's what I need you all to do. When you go to your dashboard tonight at PulseWave Trading, refresh your browsers, because right before I started the video, I updated all of the reports. All right, so your reports now will now include the information from the videos. So you should be good to go. If there's a buy signal or a sell signal, it's going to indicate it on the report. All right, so you'll know. You will definitely know what's going on, okay? These right here are all overbought signals to get short the market. And as you can see, they go off pretty smoothly. All right, these green dots are oversold. All right, and it lets you know when the market's ready to do something. Sometimes you have to set in these and ride out the pullbacks when you're in a longer term uptrend, and then the market pays you very well. So example, since we have this junk up, say you bought back here at $97.25. You set for a while, and look at this. Even with the pullbacks, you still got opportunity. This market still breaks out and gives you all your money. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's how we roll at PulseWaveTrading.com. All right, with that being said, man, that's all I got time for. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend, and y'all know what it is, man. Smash the like button. And remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And thank you, my man HK Will, one of our primary people over at PulseWave Trading. He's been with me the longest. Thank you for all your hard work, Chief, and thank you for all your help with the bull panel and all the other great and wonderful things you do. And everyone have a great weekend, and I'm out. Peace.